The cluster B crybaby for clout. I said it. It's not easy. Try it. That's what this video is about today. About cluster B, people with cluster B personality disorders that are CryBullies. I love that term, CryBullies. All for attention, clout. Mostly sociopaths and covert narcissists. Period. Sprinkle in some borderlines, some histrionics. We're talking about high conflict personality types. That's what those people are. They're insecure. They're seeking sympathy, adoration, control over their target, power, and any other kinds of forms of attention that they can get. They're bullying. Bullying, we think of on the playground as children, right? That's typically where it is. But there are adult bullies. These guys, yeah? Or they bully you in the workplace, on the internet, in groups, your family. Yeah? That's what we're talking about today. You see, it's all about them and has not much to do about targets or victims. Bullies, they're insecure, and that's why they're typically children. But adult bullies lack empathy. You see, empathy is something that we develop as we're developing in our childhood. And we don't even form our personalities until we enter adulthood. But empathy, for some, isn't developed until late teens. I've used this example before. If you know anyone that was a bully in high school or mean, unempathetic, and then you see them later in their 20s, they're nice. And they probably are. They finally developed empathy. Okay? That's for children. But the adults that didn't, that are bullying still in adulthood, severely lack empathy. Extreme narcissism. It's projection. It's projection. Want to be accepted but cannot accept a part of their self. Their narcissistic tendencies. What are the repercussions of extreme narcissism? We know, right? One, destroys their relationships. They don't have relationships. They have acquaintances. Sometimes they're lucky enough to get married and have victims stay in their lives long enough till they're so destroyed they're no use to them anymore. They can't look at their self because it's fragmented into pieces, and there's a fragment they cannot accept. This started in childhood. It's shame. Severe neglect and abuse causes shame. They hate that part of themselves. They can't accept it. Very common for them to say they had a great childhood and they didn't. No narcissist had a great childhood. They just don't know what they're missing, or they're delusional. They're just rejecting how bad it felt and what they didn't get and what they didn't have. They weren't good enough. We all react differently. I know a lot of us grew up like that. A never-ending need for attention from others. The psychology of this is childhood shame from severe neglect and or abuse. Child rejects that fragment of their self that it hates, that it's ashamed of, and it projects it onto a target. This part, this fragment, they can't accept, the shame, and they shame and bully other people. They demand attention by doing this for their false self, their ego, their super ego, possibly. The victim hero status means that they will act like a victim to make you look like the abuser. If they can't, then you abuse other people. You're a drug addict. You're a narcissist. You're crazy. That covers the shame. That's the real covert narcissist. Covering the part I hate about myself, that I can't accept, that I will project onto someone else. And if that works, I feel I have control. I get clout from this, the narcissist thinks. They get a sense of power and influence and control that they can't have and manage with their own lives. That they can do this publicly and find people to not just accept them, this false self, but give them adoration. They'll be the hero. And this person isn't necessarily the one crying all the time. They don't have to. They just say that they wronged me, they abused me, they're a bad, evil person, they're a narcissist. When they can't accept that. That's always projection. We don't do that to people. As far as people you don't know goes, and what they think of you, what they say about you, think of it as it's none of your business. For those of you who go through this stuff, who've been through it, going through it, will go through it, who cares what people's opinions are of us that we don't know, that don't know us? Think of it as it's just none of our business. Don't react, that's what they want. Let me know what you guys think of this video. Ask questions. Please share your own examples. I have a petition at change.org. Stop Narcissistic online bullying petition. It'll be right down below in the comment section, in the description box. It's everywhere. Please touch it and say yes, it's global. I'd really appreciate that. Like, share, subscribe to the video. If you can find me at daviddemars.com. And always, always, always love yourself first. Thanks, guys.